Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and I'm at almost 6,200 right now, and I'm using Giant EDRAG. It has been so long since I made a video on this deck. I mean, actually it hasn't been so long, but as you guys know, I've been using it with Night Witch, but Night Witch got a nerf, and it's time, finally time, that I use the Prince again. You know, it's been quite some time since I've used the variant with the Prince, because the Prince has just been so weak recently, but now I think it could actually work instead of the Night Witch, since Night Witch got a pretty decent nerf. And I'm using arrows because Firecracker's used a lot right now. I don't know if the Firecracker is necessarily OP, but a lot of people are testing it out because it's new. So you're going to need to have arrows as a way to kill it. So let's go ahead and push to the top 200. I don't know how far away I am from it, but I'm like top 350 now, so it should be a few games away, assuming I win. So we'll go ahead and search for the first one. It's actually pretty late where I am right now. It's almost 11 o'clock. I normally don't record this late. I normally record at like 8 my time, but the reason why I'm recording kind of later is because I know tomorrow I'm not going to have time to record, so I wanted to make sure I record tonight so then I can upload the video tomorrow and make sure I can get a video out Saturday like I normally do. So here we go. We're in our first game, and we're playing Edwin, so good luck, and see what he wants to do. With my deck, my Giant EDRAG deck, I don't like to make the first move typically. To be honest, 90% of the time, I like waiting for them, and if they don't do anything, I usually feel comfortable cycling like a Zap or something, or in this case, since I don't even have a log, I can't even really do that, so Zap is really the only thing I feel comfortable cycling. Or I could do like a miner in the back, or I could play like a miner on their tower. Whatever I'm kind of feeling comfortable with, it really depends on my cycle. But in this case, we'll Zap here, and he's still not doing anything. And with him having a bandit, it's telling me that it could be like a P.E.K.K.A deck. It could also be bridge spam, but I kind of doubt it's bridge spam because bridge spam is really good in singles, so he wouldn't be waiting. But maybe it is, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and Mega Minion. I don't really like dropping a Mega Minion into Musketeers, but obviously I don't think I have a choice here. I might even have to Fireball this, which is kind of unfortunate. Hopefully I don't, but the reason why I'm saying I might is because, well, I don't know. I might actually just have to ignore that. Oh, actually, this is great. He pumped up. We can rush him now. I don't know what... Oh, he has a Minion Horde. This is really good. He has to defend the Giant, the Prince, and also the Pump, and he can't do all that. Look at that. The Miner's going to be able to take care of the Pump. Ooh, and the Collector didn't get another Elixir. That's super clutch. Because if you ended up getting that extra Elixir, that could have really helped him. I'm going to let that Bandit go because he got so much damage on the other lane here. I'm fine letting him get some with the Bandit. And I'm so happy I decided to ignore that Musketeer. Because if I decided to arrow or fireball it, we would not have gotten any damage in that lane. Because the Minion Horde just would have shredded everything. To go ahead and Mega Minion. Oh, he's got a Sparky, so this guy's got a very interesting deck. Let's go for a Giant here at the bridge, and then just as long as we have EDRAG for the Sparky, we should be okay, because I assume he doesn't have like a Lightning or something. I feel like that would be kind of crazy. So does he have a Goblin Giant or a Giant? Looks like it is going to be a Giant. Let's get a Fireball down, and then make sure we Zap as well. And look at that EDRAG. EDRAG is so good against the Sparky. Like, literally, when you're versing a Sparky deck, you should never lose. When you're using Giant EDRAG, because the EDRAG is just legit like a hard counter to the Sparky. It like completely shuts it down because the Sparky can't hit it and it just keeps resetting it. So we might even end up getting a 2-crown here if he can't defend this. Maybe we won't. I mean, that Miner should be able to finish off the Bandit though. Yeah, we might actually get the 2-crown. No, he goes for a body block with the Giant, but if our Giant just gets one hit, it should be in Fireball range, so maybe we'll end up getting it. Yeah, he doesn't get the Collector down in time. That's going to be GG. Honestly, really tough matchup for him. Like, we just have EDRAG for his Sparky and also Miner for the Collector. I mean, he does have stuff to catch it, but honestly, just a great start for us. Also, we had arrows for the Minion Horde. So, yeah, pretty good matchup for us. And look at that. We moved up like 100 spaces after just one game. So, now I'm currently in the top 250. So, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and open up this Giant chest. And then also claim the reward here. I think I almost unlocked that emote. Well, I'm a few tiers away. We'll get this here, and then Alright, I don't have a max healer, so I'll take that, and I'm fine with the other cards. I think mostly epics, commons, I have maxed already, so I don't really need to strike anything. And we'll just go ahead and search for our next game here. 3 games away from 6,300. That might, yeah, be a solid goal for this video, because that's at least another 3 games. Could be 4 if I lose, so that's probably a good place to have as our goal. And I'm assuming that's going to be somewhere around, like, top 150 or something like that. One thing I notice is when you play at night, like right now when I'm recording, the search time is a little bit longer, because I think for me, when it's late for me, there's less people online, because typically all the European people are asleep, and then most of the people who live in America are starting to go to sleep too, so it's kind of the least populated time, if that makes sense, like when it's late for me at like 11, 12 o'clock. So it takes a bit longer to find a game. So, looks like this guy here is running P.E.K.K.A. We can just kind of like wait for him. Actually, this might not even be P.E.K.K.A. It could be something else. It could be... You know what this actually could be? This could be Mega Knight. I'm going to have to arrow that. The Musketeer last game, that was something I ignored, but in this situation I can't. I was full on Elixir, and also with the bats behind, that just would have gotten way too much damage. So he's going to have a Ram Rider. This could definitely still be P.E.K.K.A., just an off-meta P.E.K.K.A. deck. I'm going to Lightning that for sure. Or, sorry, Zap that. Why did I say Lightning? You know, I guess a Zap is kind of like a mini Lightning, but, oh, well, speaking of Lightning, there we go. So I'm thinking about what I want to do here to counter this. I mean, honestly, Mega Minion's probably okay. I was even thinking of ignoring it, but I felt like, you know, it wasn't at full health, but it had majority of its health, so it would have taken, like, at least 1,000 HP off of my tower, so that wouldn't have been good. If the EDRAG got, like, one more shot against it, it probably would have been fine. And then I could have even gone in, like, with a Giant, having that, like, a bit of an Elixir advantage, but it's alright. Ooh, this is a good Giant, because what this is going to do is, unless I mistimed it, the Ewa should cross the bridge, and then the Giant should body block. Ooh, wait, it's going to be close. Yeah, it looks like that's what's going to happen. So, he goes for a Mega Knight. If he plays something else right after, he's not going to have the Elixir to Lightning, which is good, so I could E-Drag and get some value out of it. Like, I don't think he has the Elixir for a Lightning, but it's going to be double soon, so he will very shortly. Like, right now, I want to say? There we go. Right as I say that, he goes in for the Lightning. And we need to... Zap right here. Let's go for a Giant to kite the Bandit, and then we can kind of have like a bit of a push here. Honestly, this is good. He doesn't have an Inferno Dragon rotation right now. Let's go for the Miner on the Ewas, and then I'm going to get arrows down because I know he's going to play bats here. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's the bats. Let's go. That was a nice prediction. The reason why I knew he was going to play bats is because why would he play Inferno Drag? I could just zap to reset it, and I'm actually going to, I think... let me see here. I think I'm going to ignore that Ram Rider momentarily because I wanted to build up a push. Ooh, is that going to do anything? It didn't do anything at all. Okay, guys, that was a bit of a mistake on my end for sure. It did no damage, and I took so much damage from that Ram Rider. That wasn't really what I was expecting, to be honest. I was really hoping in that situation that I was going to take his tower, actually. I was anticipating that was what's going to happen, but clearly that wasn't the case. Let's get a Zap off on here and see if he's going to defend that. And he does pretty easy, but that's going to be a nice arrows on top of everything there. And then I can ignore the remainder of the Inferno Drag. Let's go for a Mega Minion here. Ooh, that's definitely a Fireball I'm willing to take. And he overcommitted with a Snowball. Guys, here's what I'm thinking. Let's send in a Giant right now. I'm going to go for a Miner. I'm going to zap his Inferno Drag, and then... Ooh, he played his bats right next to the Inferno Drag. That might have been a bit of a mistake. Hopefully that Giant can get at least one hit. There, that's all I needed. I can go with arrows now, and Fireball, and that is going to be GG. So, kind of got a little... Well, I guess it wasn't really close, but definitely made one small mistake there, ignoring the Ram Rider. I definitely I guess, overcommitted on offense and really just didn't do anything on defense there, because I honestly thought I was going to win off of that push, but clearly I was wrong, and then ended up having to like fireball the Ram Rider, which isn't even a good trade, taking all that damage and then spending 4 for a 5 elixir card that already got a lot of value in. So yeah, that wasn't the best play, but still ended up getting the win, and that normally would be a really easy matchup, but because he had the lightning, that made it kind of like I had to be really careful how I played my E-Drags, but overall, still not too bad. And we are going to get into the top 200, 181 to be exact. So 2 more wins could potentially put me into the top 100, considering how much I'm moving up after these games. And actually, now that I think about it, if I check a lot of the profiles of the players, a lot of them are like messed up, and it shows that they're like there's what I'm saying is there's at the beginning of the season there's always accounts that get like messed up, and it shows they're in the top 200, but then when you like click on their profile, it shows that their account is like at 5k or something, or even, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I don't know why that is, but so my point is like when I'm top 120, that could even be top 100 for all I know. But anyways, we found a game here against Clavery, and I'm just going to wait it out. I do have a zap, though, but we'll still wait, and he's just going to Baby Dragon, so we'll Mega Minion. Baby Dragon's used in, like, a bunch of stuff, so it could still be just about anything. And he's going to have a Knight. I'm hoping this isn't Graveyard, because if it is, with us having arrows instead of log, this matchup is a lot harder. But since he has the log, I don't know. Log typically doesn't pair with Graveyard. It's usually the Bar Barrel. But it's still looking like a Graveyard deck, unless it's something a little bit off meta. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So this is going to be a little bit of a difficult matchup for us not having the log. But it's definitely still possible. Let's get arrows down. That's going to wipe out the Tombstone. And actually, this Prince could be a little problematic for him. He had to spend so much there on defense. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and right now go for a Mega Minion, and then I'm going to go for a Giant. I don't expect this to do too much, because he's just going to Ice Wizard and Tombstone again, but maybe this could end up, like, messing up his cycle a little bit. We'll have to see. Go for a Zap there. Nah, didn't do too much. I was thinking maybe I could have baited a Knight out of him and then gone for Prince opposite lane, but yeah, it didn't really work out. Using in a Graveyard, though, which is good. I'm surprised he didn't, because if he were to, he would have gotten so much damage. So that was a bit of a surprise. We'll go for a Miner here. He might go with the Knight on it, possibly. Yeah, there we go. So the EDRAG could get a couple chain shots in, or just one, actually, but still good. Better than not getting any. Yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. We'll see if he plays the Tombstone, so let's just arrow that. That actually, I think, yeah, it does really solid against the Tombstone. It almost finishes it off completely. Let's get a Mega Minion here. I could have gone for split lane pressure, but I think it's fine. I'll just go ahead and play another Giant here. And then fireball that, and ooh, look at the E-Drag. That's actually really getting a lot of damage in. He has to go for a NATO here. Oh, wait. Oh, the Mega Minion died. I was going to say, if it stayed alive, that would have killed the Baby Dragon, most likely. Let's go for a Prince here. Hopefully I can just cycle a Giant here and try to build up a push. It's not looking that good though, guys. Well, his poison actually didn't hit the E-Drag. Don't know if that was a mistake or maybe he misclicked it, but we'll see. Let's go Giant opposite lane. I feel like our only hope at this point is to try to get opposite lane pressure in. You need to kill that Ice Wizard. That's one thing I know for sure. Let's keep up the pressure now. If he goes in for a Graveyard at this point, I feel like I'm not going to be able to defend. That's a good game. That's a really, really difficult matchup. I felt like I played it really well, but I just can't really defend his graveyards because the arrows don't really do that good versus the graveyard. But I tried like getting some split lane pressure going to try to like make his cycle bad or like even potentially just overwhelm him, but couldn't unfortunately break through. Got damage on both lanes. Maybe, I don't know, in a couple situations I could have like perhaps played, you know, I don't know, maybe towards the beginning of the game I would have had a better chance of breaking through. But yeah, honestly, it's just Graveyard is the one thing that's a lot more difficult to beat with the arrows, I feel like, because you can't really alright, we're playing a game here against Daniel. Give him the good luck. This guy uses a lot of Giant too. I wonder if he's playing Giant right now. But anyways, Graveyard is probably the one bad thing, because the other thing is Lava Hound is actually much easier to beat too, with the arrows, and Mortar can be easier too. Log Bait's about the same. So for the most part, Graveyard's the one thing that's worse. And then arrows nice to have versus Firecrackers. Oh no, he has a Mini P.E.K.K.A. Ooh, that's not good. Mini P.E.K.K.A. can be annoying because it just gets a lot of value versus your Giant. I'm gonna go for a Miner here. So we are going to take quite a lot of damage from that. I think I need a Giant here. I hope he doesn't have like a Skarmy, because that would be pretty annoying to deal with too. He probably does though, to come to think about it, but yeah, I'll have to see here. He's going to Musketeer here, snipe the EDRAG, and then that's going to be bad because then the EDRAG isn't going to get too much value in. But I'm going to try to... Ooh, he might have overcommitted on defense for that EDRAG, to be honest. Oh, and I forgot about the Skeletons. Of course he doesn't have the Skeleton Army if he has the Skeletons. I don't actually know why I thought he had the Skeleton Army. I'm gonna zap here. I mean, I know that he has the Skeletons and like the Bats, but I think honestly I needed to get rid of that Musketeer. He's going in really, really aggressive right now. I'm hoping I can defend this, because if I do defend this, I feel like there's a really high chance I'll end up winning the game. And the reason why I say that is he's just not really going to have a lot of elixir to defend this. Yeah, that's going to be GG. I felt like I played that pretty well, because the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Musketeer are definitely pretty annoying. Like, the Musketeer snipes the EDRAG. Skeletons too, like good distraction for the Prince, and then Mini P.E.K.K.A. just does really good against the Giant. So I had to really focus that game because he's a good Giant player too. I don't know if you guys know him or not, but I'll just show you his profile. He's, you know, a pretty good player. He finished 350th in the world last season, and his best finished is 74th. So he was a good player. I had to really make sure I focused because I knew who he was, and I knew he was pretty good with Giant, but ended up getting the win. And we'll go ahead and go on to the next game. We're kind of back to where we were after the last game. We're at about 180, so we'll try to go for a couple more games here, try to get to 6,300, but if not, that's okay. We'll end the video anyways because I feel like it's going so far pretty good. I mean, we've won 3 games and only lost 1, so we'll try to keep the I guess the win streak going because I won 1. So let's try to win another here and then another after that. That would be ideal. We found a game here against Mohammed's. Give him the good luck. And so with our starting hand here, I don't really want to make the first move. You don't just like want to arrow. You don't want to really cycle arrows. In this situation, I can. I'm fine to arrow an archer. That's fine. It's 1.5 elixir, better than nothing. And he's going to have an ice golem. So if this is 2.9, that's pretty good, I guess, because arrows are even better than the log in this matchup. Like, it makes the matchup even better. But it looks like it isn't 2.9. He's going to have arrows, so I wonder if this is graveyard. I don't know what else this would be, because if he doesn't have 2.9, I don't want to EDRAG that. I just want to zap that, spend the least amount of elixir possible. I don't think that yeah, that doesn't get a charge. Well, never mind. I was wrong. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me later in the game, but I think we're okay, to be honest. I think we're okay, but if this is a graveyard, it's gonna be probably a little difficult, but luckily he has the Inferno Drag, which I'm usually happy to see when I'm running EDRAG. And yep, it is graveyard as I expected, so I bet you he has the freeze. So I'm gonna go for high EDRAG here. Ooh, look at these arrows. That's gonna be really good because it's gonna... No, don't die. Giant. It lost most of its health. Alright, I'm thinking about his cycle right now. So he has Ice... Okay. So he has Dark Prince as his ground card. I'm really considering going in for a Prince Giant at the bridge now, knowing he doesn't have a Bomb Tower in rotation. I'm really... Okay. Tower trade. This is good. This is what I wanted, because at least I hope it's a tower trade. I don't think he's... I'm gonna zap that because I don't want him to 3-crown me, and then I'm gonna fireball to kind of like ensure that we take his tower, because I don't want him to like defend and then end up... Alright, let's go Mega Minion here. Hopefully that EDRAG can get some value in. Stop that. Let's go. It is gonna stun it. Ooh, wow, he's going to arrow. Might have been a bit of an overcommitment there on his end to kill that EDRAG. He just spent 7 elixir. What's he going to do? Alright, we'll try to set up another EDRAG. I think for now, I'm actually going to go for a miner to kind of like body block the Inferno Drag so it doesn't target the Giant. And then let's go for arrows here, killing the... Oh, well, one of the archers, I guess, because the other one was too far back. Oh, he missed the poison. That's good. EDRAG's going to get slightly more value. I know I see the Dark Prince in the Ice Golem, but I'm more worried about offense now. Oh my gosh, and it's going to pay off. Look at that. He's probably going to go in for a graveyard now. Yep, but I got the EDRAG down. Fireball. I just need a zap. Let's go. That's going to be GG. That game was so... I felt like that game was really, I wouldn't say back and forth, but it was really kind of even, honestly. We both made a couple mistakes. It's a relatively even matchup, I would say. Like, even though, so I'll go back to the graveyard deck I lost to. Like, that graveyard deck there, it's a little bit different than the one I just versed, because he had, like, Tombstone. Tombstone's really good against the Prince and stuff, and then he also had... I don't know, just like the Baby Dragon does solid against the EDRAG, a lot better than like the Inferno Drag does anyway, so it's kind of, it's a bit of an easier matchup. I have a much easier time breaking through. And that's going to put us 1 win away from 6,300, which could even be top 100, especially if there's some, like, accounts that, like, are in the top 100 but aren't really in the top 100, if that makes sense. Like, if you click on their profile, like, I'll show you guys after this game what I'm talking about. Like, if you just go to the top, you'll see a lot of... But anyways, found a game here against Alif Ronald, give him the good luck, and we're going to see if he wants to make the first move. If not, we could always, like, miner in the back or miner's tower. Now, the reason why I say miner in the back is because notice how I don't have a prince in rotation right now. If I play a miner on his tower, and let's say he plays, like, a bandit on it or something, that could be kind of annoying because, I don't know, I'd have to Mega Minion and Zap most likely, or, like, or he could play, like, a Dark Prince or something like that. So that's why I like playing miners in the back, because unless I don't have a prince in, if I have a prince in cycle, then I don't do that, but oh my gosh. Okay, he went for a giant graveyard at the bridge. Alright, I'm not gonna zap that. I'm glad I saved it. It's good to save Elixir, and I have a feeling he has a skeleton army. Most giant graveyard decks do, so I'm glad I saved it. Let's get the zap on the Skarmy. If he has mini P.E.K.K.A, we might be kind of in trouble. Okay, good. He has the Skarmy. Boom, zap that away. That's why I wanted to save the zap. Please, please kill the Musketeer. If this is a tower trade situation, we are in a good situation. Looks like he doesn't have mini P.E.K.K.A. Must have been his last card, because I don't know why he didn't play it. But we're going to take his tower anyways. And, okay, even though I took his tower, I'm actually still a little worried. I still think we might not be in the greatest of situations, just because, honestly, he's got Skarmy, which is annoying for us, because he has the bait element, like he has the bats and the Skarmy, and then also on top of that, he has the mini P.E.K.K.A. But look at that, he had to go for a defensive graveyard. So that was a good prince on my end. I was just cycling it because I didn't want to leak Elixir, but he ended up having to spend an even trade on it, which is good. And he's going to go for a giant. I think I'm going to go for my own giant here, and I'm going to completely ignore his giant in the opposite lane because I want to take his tower right now. That's kind of my motive. I'm not really too worried about defending because I know that that giant, well, with the mini P.E.K.K.A, that'll 3-crown me, but the giant by itself, you know, that's not going to do really anything with the king tower activated. Oh my gosh, whoa, the Skarmy, it's doing so much damage. Oh my gosh, I don't know how the Skarmy did that much damage, but he misclicked the Musketeer. Please, 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 no, I was hoping he's already back to mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh, wow. Let's go for EDRAG. It's like our best counter to the graveyard. Yeah, he's going to easily be able to take our tower. Ah, that's it. GG. That's tough. That's tough. I almost won, though. I think I was really surprised how much damage the skeleton army did to my left tower, because it kind of, I don't know, I didn't expect it to do that much damage, but it just wasn't, it wasn't targeted by my king, and I guess there was more skeletons there than I thought, so it kind of went down, but we ended in the top 200, and we lost, I guess, 2 games, and ended up winning 1. Or, wait, was that... I forgot if I played that... Nah, I think here's when I started. So I won 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, I won 4 games and lost 2. And I felt like the 2 I lost were really difficult matchups, but I ended up winning both. I mean, I almost... Sorry, I'm a little tired, but... I ended up winning... Almost winning both of them. I think I could have possibly played slightly better in both of them, but overall, you can see they are a lot more difficult with having the arrows instead of the log, because the log is just 1 elixir cheaper, and sometimes that 1 elixir makes a huge difference as having, like, 1 elixir cheaper graveyard counter than the arrows, because arrowing a graveyard, it's like, it's okay, but it's much more value to have a log. So I'll show you guys what I was talking about. So when I was top 150, I could have actually been top 100, and I'll show you guys what I mean. if you just go through here, I mean, eventually, unless all of them have been passed or something, or maybe Supercell fixed it, maybe I'm gonna look here. I might end up looking like a fool here, going through all these and then end up not proving my point, which would kind of suck, but you know, okay, I give up. I guess the glitch, I don't even know if it was a glitch or what, but whatever the issue is, or there were like accounts that yeah, it looks like it's all good actually. So never mind, kind of scratch what I just said. I guess they fixed the accounts or whatever, and there's no more like higher people up that are at like 5,000 trophies or whatever, or that glitch. So make sure to like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'm really kind of not that upset, but it's really unfortunate we didn't verse any Firecracker, because I wanted to show you guys how much easier it is to beat Firecracker when you have the arrows. But honestly, I think matchmaking is a little rigged sometimes, so when you're using the arrows, they're just like, alright, let's not put him against any Firecracker, you know. But anyways, sucks that I didn't play any, but I'll probably be using this deck later in the season. I definitely think that, you know, I could easily, I think, do well with this deck. I think arrows make it a lot better. But yeah, thanks again. Until next time, guys.